Hi everyone, welcome to another session. My name is Nilesh. Today we'll cover Docker. So this part one video is the first video I'm releasing as part of the series of videos related to Docker. So all the videos will be around 10 minutes videos. This will help you to master the Docker and container technology. Okay. So today we will cover overview of Docker, Docker deep dive and hands-on. So let's start. What is Docker really? So Docker is a platform for developers and sysadmins to develop, deploy, and run applications with container. Okay. So you may ask, what is the real difference between Docker and containers? So Docker is the company that has become synonymous with container technology because it has been most successful at popularizing it. Okay, that's it. So this container technology is not new. It has been there with Linux in the form of LXCs over 10 years, and there are something like a FreeBSD jails, AX workload partitions, Solaris containers. These all are some kind of container technology available in the past. Now, please understand images and containers that are the basic artifacts you should be aware of before understanding Docker and other related technologies or the container and related technologies. Okay. So a container is launched by running an image. So when I say that, you need to understand what is image. So image is an executable package that includes everything needed to run an application. So it can be code, it can be runtime, libraries, environment variables, configuration files, everything together as a package. Okay. Now you can also say a container is a runtime instance of an image. It's that simple. Okay. Now, you may ask, why do you really need containers? So initially, containers are a solution to the problem of how to get software to run reliably when moved from one computing environment to another. I will explain you what is it. So think of scenario: you developed an application in your laptop, or you deploy your application after developing into your dev environment. Now you are moving that to QA or stage or production environment. Okay, what happens is, so suddenly it got failed. Then you realize that the runtime environment of your particular framework is not installed, or the version is different in that stage or production environment. So how does that happen, and how do you avoid this? That is the pain. It started people to search for the solutions. Okay, and containers was one of the solution for it. Now, let's look at it how containers are solving this problem. So I just mentioned that look at previous slide again and come back. So I will go back to the previous slide. Okay. So and read this part. An image is an executable package that includes everything needed to run an application. When we say that, you might remember saying that, okay, virtualization or the virtual machines helps us to do the same thing, right? So be with me in the next slide, then you will understand the real difference. So look at this two diagrams. Okay, the right hand side we have VMs. How VMs are packaged, right? So you have infrastructure, you have hypervisor. Then in the VM you have application, whatever related binaries and libraries. Then there is a guest OS. So this operating system is applicable for each VM. So you have one more VM, there will be also operating system. But look at the container difference. Okay, you have infrastructure, you have host OS, you on top of that Docker is sitting. Then you are hosting your containers on top of that, and container doesn't contain a separate guest OS. That means the host OS kernel is shared for the container as well, right? So that becomes containers are lightweight than VMs, and it is easy to distribute, and you can have more number of containers than VMs. So these are the benefits really. So container benefits, you can read yourself. This is just theory, and you need to understand also. Flexible lightweight, this I am not explaining. You can read yourself. Okay. Now, other benefits of container. So because these are the lightweight packages. You can actually run far more containers than the virtual machines. Okay. Another is these containerized applications can be started almost instantly. That is one of the advantage. And nowadays, the microservices approaches designs. This is very helpful for to design in that way. Or implementing microservices is using containers is a very easy way. Okay. Now, some of the things you should know when you understand container and Docker. So you may ask, is there a standard container format? Yes, Open Container Initiative started in 2015. Why? Because there was a company called CoreOS. They came up with their own container format. Okay, but that was problem for the development or the progress for the container technology. The reason, because if every company is coming up with their own container format, means it won't grow. Then all the big companies like Microsoft, Google, and Docker, or even the Linux Foundation all came together and said that, okay, let's develop a standard specification for container, but the management software every other company can create their own. Yeah. So, are there any management software systems available in the market? Yes, there is one of the best known and widely used open source one is the Kubernetes. Kubernetes was started as a project in Google, and one of their founding member of the Kubernetes is now hired by Microsoft. His name is Brendan Burns. So you can expect even Microsoft products that support container technology will be good in the long term. Yeah. What commercial container management solutions exist today? There are other, right? Like Docker also provides enterprise edition, and then CoreOS has a Tectonic, Red Hat has OpenShift container platform, Ranger Lab has a Ranger. There are many. Now, does Windows support containers? You may ask. Yes, it supports, but it is heavy and evolving. That is what you should understand. Okay. Now, Docker deep dive. Understand how Docker is as a wool. Okay. So there is a Docker daemon, that is the server. Okay. Then there is, on top of that, there is a REST API is available. Then you have a Docker command line interface. So using Docker command line interface, you can run commands against the server, and you can actually build images, you can run containers, you can stop containers. There are so many things you can do. So container and image, if you look at it in the diagram, we have already talked about it. But network and data volumes, in the other videos I will release, because these are bigger topics that won't and in the basic video, in the initial video, if you start understanding data volume and network, you may stop now itself. You don't want to go further. Okay. So for the best interest of your learning, just to understand content and image as of now, in my another videos I will be releasing about data volumes and network. Okay. Now look at this diagram. The CLI is sending the command, so it goes and pulling the images from the registry, and containers instances are created, multiple replicas are created. Okay. So registry we haven't talked about. Registry is nothing but a repo where you can distribute or store your images. So whenever you need, you can actually pull it and run from that registry. That's it. Okay. There are public registries available as well as the private registries available. Now, hands-on. So hands-on, I would say in the part 2, this is part 1 video. In the part 2, I'll just release in 1 or 2 days. So what we'll do is creating an image using the CLI, run that application. How do you run that particular application? We will start with a web application that shows some text in the UI in your browser. Then we will stop that container. Then we will share that container and publish. Then pull from that registry and run again. These all things we will do in the part 2. Hope you will learn and enjoy this journey. So wait for my more videos about Docker. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching.